How's it going?
Ah! How did you get in here?
With this, of course.
You do realise that's breaking and entering.
I didn't break anything.
But you do realise you entered without my permission.
Are you gonna quit whining?
Yeah, I'm done. What do you want?
The same thing we do every week. Do a review, of course, and I got just the anime.
May the old gods be merciful.
Yippee!
In 1996, Kazuki Takahashi created the manga, not surprising, called Yu-Gi-Oh! 3 years after that, Konami, a company renowned for the video games Castlevania, the Metal Gear series, and oddly enough, various Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. They would then go on to create the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game.
Then, in April 2001, the anime series came out. So get your deck of cards and get ready to hold on for dear life. Because it's time to duel!
Or more precise, we're going retrospective for these few episodes. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Month.
We start off with this narrative. We learn that the ancient pharaohs of Egypt played what was called shadow games.
But all hell breaks loose until one of the pharaohs decides to lock the ancient magic in 7 artifacts called Millennium Items. Cut to 5,000 years later, and a high school kid named Yugi Moto finds one of these items and becomes possessed by an ancient pharaoh with no name. Why does that sound so familiar?
Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit.
In the present day, Yugi and his friends, Joey, Tristan, and Taya, who are all out playing the latest craze, Duel Monsters. Cut to Yugi's grandfather, who then is injured by this jerk.
Seto Kaiba, spoilt brat, the top Duel Monsters player, and CEO of Kaiba Corp, manufacturers of Duel Monsters cards. He challenges Yugi to a game of Duel Monsters, but he underestimates Yugi and destroys Kaiba's mind in the process. Yeah, I was hoping he'd go insane, but he ain't the real bad guy. The duel between Kaiba and Yugi brings attention to billionaire Maximilian Pegasus, who challenges Yugi to a duel via video.
Quick, change the channel.
Huh. I didn't know he was able to use Sadako's power. Big mistake on Yugi's side, as Yugi gets his ass handed to him and loses his grandpa's soul. Hold it! What's this got to do with Grandpa?
I know! Yugi's the one that lost. And it wasn't even Yugi at all. So, for the rest of the season, Yugi and his friends go to the Duelist tournament to save Grandpa's soul. Along the way, they face many duelists with many motifs.
We finally get to see Pegasus and the Final Four. Amongst the vanquished, the Kaiba brothers and Grandpa.
So Pegasus has a theme to his deck too, and it is called a Toon deck. Just take a look at this.
be scared or laughing my ass off. I can't describe the feeling.
Let me explain. This is one of the points that makes Pegasus an interesting villain. Unlike Seto, he's trying to be fun, and succeeds. More on him later.
We finally come to the final four. It's Yugi and my Valentine. What?
My Santa all over again, hey?
Don't you ever mention that again.
As for Joey Wheeler... No, not that Wheeler. But you are close. He's facing a duelist named Bandit Keith.
What kind of stupid name is that?
After the dust settles, it's Yugi versus Joey. And you know who comes out on top?
Yugi. Of course. Who else? Maybe the actual Yugi, but he's possessed. What can you do? So, we finally come to the climax, in a 5-part finale. I should also mention, which should have been mentioned sooner, is that Pegasus also has a Millennium item, the Millennium Eye.
What power does it do?
The power to see into other people's cards, amongst other things.
Such as?
People's perspectives, dead people, reading people's minds.
Women's underwear?
Not his style. And no, he's not gay. And I'll tell you why later. So, how does Yugi beat Pegasus? Well, they both realize what they see, Pegasus sees. So they, 1, not look at the cards they draw, and 2, they constantly switch from Yugi to Pharaoh.
Eventually, the strategy works, and Yugi finally summons a monster to take out Pegasus and his monster, reducing Pegasus to a pile of man shit.
After Pegasus releases Grandpa and the others, some kid named Bakura swipes the Millennium Eye, putting Pegasus into a coma. We also learn of the motives of Pegasus. Basically, he plans on bringing back his dead wife. And that is why he's not gay. Flamboyant? Yes. Snobbish? Maybe. But not gay. Especially with that kind of devotion to a woman.
After that, we get some filler episodes, including a possible girlfriend for Yugi, and facing off a guy named Duke Devlin, who's invented a game called Dungeon Dice Monsters, which Yugi tries his hand at. So that's season 1. Does it still hold up after all these years?
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. There's still 4 more seasons.
Okay, if that's the case, let's save part 2 for seasons 2 and 3. I'm the Anime Analyst. If it's anime I've seen, I'll pick at it.
And I'm the Reminisce reviewer. I reminisce so you don't miss.